Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to the So You Missed Church podcast. We are happy to have you here with us today. Happy Monday to you. This is Clint Daly, and I'm hoping that if you missed church this week, or maybe you just didn't go and actually didn't miss it all that much, that we can still help you get your week started in a very positive way. A man and his wife have been married for 45 years. On their anniversary, they go out to dinner, and they are reflecting on their relationship. And the husband looks at his wife, and he says, you know, we rarely fight. There are times over the past 45 years that I would get really angry. I would get angry at you, but you would never get angry. You would always stay calm. You would never fight back. How did you do it? His wife nods. That is true. I have found by just staying calm that eventually then you calm down and your anger subsides, and soon we are back getting along well again. But how do you do it? Her husband asked. Surely you get angry too. And yet in our 45 years of marriage, you've never lashed out at me. You never utter an angry word. You never curse. You never even so much as glare at me. I have to ask, what has been your secret for remaining so calm when I have gotten so angry? And she says, well, my mother always taught me that when I get angry at my husband, I should clean. And so I clean the grime on the stove. I clean the dirt that gets under the refrigerator. I clean the stains around the toilet bowl. That's it. Her husband laughs. That's your big secret? You clean? What about cleaning keeps you from getting angry at me for the last 25 years? And she answered, well, I use your toothbrush. You know, as human beings, we can all relate to struggling with anger, can't we? It makes no difference how patient we are. It makes no difference how kind or even how calm we try to be. Anger can strike out of nowhere, and we can go from completely calm to furious in just mere seconds. Want a prime example? Go get in your car when you're late for an event and have someone driving in front of you that either isn't really paying attention or maybe doesn't really know where they're going. Oh, we are saying things about both them and their parents that most likely aren't even true, aren't we? Did you know that they actually say road rage is literally a biological thing because our senses are already at a heightened state when we're driving, so we are much more likely to flare up when we are behind the wheel of a car and we see something we don't like. But it doesn't just have to be while we are driving. It can be in conversations with our loved ones, or maybe watching a sporting event, or while on social media or watching in the news, even though we know that many times social media and the news, they're kind of geared to make us angry because they know if we get angry, we just might get back on again. Hey, turn on the TV, watch a movie, or even listen to music, and we will see and hear people getting angry, people losing their temper, and sometimes even people seeking revenge. Anger is a highly common reaction for us as human beings. Well, if anger is so common for us, and it is obviously a natural reaction for us, then what is the problem? It's just natural, right? Hey, that's just how I am. It's how I've always been. I just get angry. The Bible even says that God gets angry. So is there anything inherently wrong with our anger flaring up? Well, let's take a look at the book that the Apostle Paul wrote to the Ephesians. In chapter 4, He says in verse 25, therefore, each of you must put off falsehood and speak truthfully to your neighbor, for we are all members of one body. In your anger, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry, and do not give the devil a foothold. Now, there's a key phrase there that really stands out, right? In your anger, do not sin. God knows as humans, we're going to get angry. But he also knows how quickly those emotions can turn ugly. He knows how quickly we can have thoughts that might not be too kind. We can say words that can really hurt someone. And many times we say those words to people we love. Anger can even lead to actions that can be very, very wrong. Consider the things you know that are making you angry this week. Be more aware of your reactions. We might even consider using that old elementary school count to 10 before we react when we get angry. Not a bad practice. But I'll leave you with one final thought this week. As you begin to consider what triggers your anger, you might also consider why that triggers your anger. Because so many times it can be traced back to selfishness or just pride. Be very careful that your why for getting angry is actually for a legitimate reason, because speaking for myself, I can tell you it rarely is. Hey, remember, you can always contact the podcast at yoummisschurch@gmail.com. Feel free to reach out. You can follow us on Facebook or X at YouMissChurch, and you can subscribe to the podcast anywhere podcasts are hosted, or you can just subscribe to us over on YouTube. Hey, I wish you all a very happy Monday, and I hope that you have a great week.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.